Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Carol Hunt, Minister of Unity in Harlem. I welcome you today to our service and anticipate that this will be a service that will enrich your life and that you will experience hearing and seeing and being blessed by the words of the music and all that will transpire this day and in this time. Everyone thanks you for being here, for it encourages us in what we are doing and what we pray for daily. Today is a part of what is called the Memorial Weekend. And this is the second weekend during this time that we call the Great Pause. It is different than 2020 because in many ways, the phase of the pause now has a opening to it. And so this weekend has an opening that it did not have a year ago. And as I think about the Memorial Weekend and how different it is still, I realize that no Memorial Weekend going forward will be the same. Many families honor and celebrate those who participated and passed on during the wars that this country has participated in. And so those families today are thinking about them. But there's an added dimension to this memorial this year. And that is what people are thinking about, reminiscing about, laughing about sometimes, and mourning about other times, are the memories of those who transitioned during this period. So Memorial Weekend, Memorial Day is forever altered in our minds. It has a special meaning and will always have a special meaning beyond remembering those who passed because of being engaged in war. Let us think about that today and the many families and the many trips that have been taken with this first maybe in mind, this new awakening in this time for memorial celebrations. Today, as we move forward in our service, we'll have LeRoy Weathers, who will read our daily word message. Bob Poncé will come again with the Unity in Harlem affirmation that we share together, affirming who we are and why we are here. Marie will be bringing a dimension of music, your spirit. And then we will have a message about life and celebration of life with Thanksgiving. We'll continue with our announcements and another selection by Marie, the prayer of protection, and close with our peace song. Blessings to you as we continue our service.
Daily Word, Sunday, May 30th, 2021. Inner peace. Peace grows within me as I remain centered in God. Inner peace, the peace of God that my words can only begin to describe, does not depend on outer circumstance. Peace does not come from any external source. It arises from within me. At a place in consciousness sometimes called the center of my being, peace, like all the qualities of God, waits for me to recognize and claim it. I claim inner peace when I remember the truth that God's presence is always within me and with me. As I center my awareness in the divine presence within, peace soothes my feelings and restores order to my thoughts. I move through all circumstances with calm assurance. Peace grows within me as I remain centered in God. Every event of my day contributes to the calm peace of my soul. Those of steadfast mind you keep in peace because they trust in you. Isaiah 26, verse 3. Have a blessed day, and welcome to Unity in Harlem.
Isaiah 55, verse 11 says, "So shall my word be that goes out from my mouth. It shall not return to me empty, but it shall accomplish that which I purpose, and shall succeed in the thing for which I sent it." Unity affirmations speak to the power of our words, and particularly the power of I am. And so we say this affirmation every Sunday to affirm our divine nature. The words are on the screen, and I invite you to say them with me. I am an abundant, radiating center of God's love and light for peace, healing, and inner truth for all.
This next song is based on Isaiah 61:3. Not by might, not by power, by your spirit, God. Send your spirit, God. Not by might, not by power, by your spirit, God. Send your spirit, God. You are the fire, we are the temple. You are the voice, we are your song. You are our God, we are your people. You are the light, we stand in awe. We stand in awe. not by might, not by power, by your Spirit, God, send your Spirit, God. Not by might, not by power, send your Spirit, God. Send your Spirit, God. You called us out of the darkness, into your love, into your light. Grace upon grace, beauty for ashes. You come to us, we come alive. We stand in awe of you. We stand in awe of you. Not by might, not by power, by your Spirit, God. Send your Spirit, God. Not by might, not by power, by your Spirit, God. Send your Spirit, God. Not by might, not by power, by your Spirit, God, send your Spirit, God, not by might, not by power, by your Spirit, God, send your Spirit, God, breathe, come and breathe on us, Spirit, breathe. Come and breathe on us. Breathe. Breathe on us. Spirit, breathe on us. Breathe, Spirit, breathe, Spirit, breathe on us. We stand in awe of you. We stand in awe of you. We stand therefore with the breastplate of righteousness, the sword of truth, ashes replaced with beauty and joy. As it said in Isaiah 61:3, you shall be oaks of righteousness. Thank you.
Thank you, Marie, your own rendition and interpretation. We are blessed to have the talents that we have here in you and Bob and so many others. Let us prepare ourselves for a time of quiet reflection. And as we prepare ourselves, whatever you have to do to rid yourself of distractions, to be more comfortable, and close your eyes to all the outer circumstances of where you are. As you do these things, you slowly bring your mind into a quiet space. And now think about your breathing, your breath, the easy rhythm of breathing in and out that you are not even aware of most of the time. This is your link to the infinite source within you. Gentle breathing in and out. Feel the effect of the breath as it flows through your body. The sensations that you feel. Perhaps there's tingling that you feel. Feel the rhythm of your breathing. Perhaps you hear your own sound as you breathe in and breathe out. Settle in into this space, the space you know, your quiet space that belongs to you and only you. And now breathe in a little deeper and exhale the breath. Again, breathe in a little deeper and exhale more slowly. And deeper still, breathe in and exhale slowly. Breathe in deeply, exhale slowly. Allow your thoughts to now go to your mind and all the thoughts that come and go. As they come and go, let them gently go by. Perhaps attach them to a balloon and let them float away for the moment. Breathe in and let the thoughts float away gently. And should they return, again, go to the breath and let them float away. And now think about your body. As you take inventory, is there any place that feels uncomfortable physically, and places that feel stressful or strained? As you breathe in and exhale, you can simply say, peace, be still. Peace, be still. Peace, be still. Breathing normally. Be mindful of the quiet space between each inhalation and then exhalation. The still point as you breathe in and then breathe out. Breathe in, the still point. Breathe out, the still point. Breathe in, still point. Breathe out. Focusing on the still point, the quiet space. Less thoughts can intrude. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathe in and out and sink deeper into your seat. I breathe in, I breathe out. I breathe in, I breathe out. Allow the quiet to descend upon you. Feel yourself enter the silence. Enter the silence and stand in the quiet of light. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know the Spirit of the living God right here, right now. Feel the presence surrounding you. blessing you, comforting you. Hear the words, I have loved you with an everlasting love. In the quiet, the still space, the silence, in the light, there is no separation. There are no shadows. I and the Father are one. I and the Father is one. In oneness, affirm, I am love. I am love. In love, there is no separation from me and my brother. There is only the light of connection. I see harmony. I see compassion. I see comforting words. I am love. In the light, I see faith. I am faith. In faith, there is wholeness only. In faith, I see beyond any appearance that may cross my mind. I see wholeness. I see oneness. My faith has made me whole. I am one with the universe. In the light, I see abundance everywhere. There is no lack. There is only abundance. I see past any appearance of lack, and I see abundance flowing forth. I give and I receive in abundance. I am the abundance I am looking for. Dwelling well in me is all the abundance I seek. I call forth abundance in the light. All my needs are met. In the light, I affirm all things are possible. All things are possible in spirit. I see all things manifesting in the spirit of oneness, of love, faith, compassion, abundance. I breathe in and breathe out. I breathe in again and breathe out. I am settled into this moment. I feel the light of wisdom surrounding me. And in that light, I know all is well. All is well. I bring this sense of wellness with me as I return to this place, to my place, feeling refreshed, restored, relaxed, and ready for all the good that will now flow to me. I receive and I give. Breathing in deeply once more and releasing the breath. I know all this in the name of the Christ consciousness, I say yes, and I say amen. This Sunday, May 30th, ends our month of reflecting on life coming up with a question mark. And we're ending it with words about the celebration of thanks. The month has really been an opening door to awakening to this world of spring, being in a more celebratory mood, and thanksgiving for life today, now. Also, there is this element of being in celebration for those who have transitioned, which I'll be talking about later. So it's being in celebration in the now and being in celebration for those who have transitioned. Each Sunday this month, we've reflected on aspects of life coming up. If you remember, we talked about a cleansed mind. And a cleansed mind comes about as we realize that man is mind. You and I are mind. We are much more than having a mind. We are mind, and we know as much as we can know as human, as being in the flesh. But we also know God mind. God is mind, and God knows. God knows. And then we thought about life coming up as health, with an emphasis on that story of Jesus meeting the woman who was bent over and his connection to mind, God mind. He simply went over to her, touched her, and she straightened up, just straightened up. How dramatic. His connection, which is a lesson to us of connecting to divine mind, the Christ mind, and ourselves. And then we talked a little bit about being true friends, and true friends. A true friend is one who is committed to you in such a way that they are a support to you to know your spiritual dimension, your Christ dimension, and ways to express that more and more and at a higher and higher level And you, in turn, as being that true friend, return that same favor. Another aspect of life coming up. And now we move into this area of celebration, which is a challenge. Being in a celebration mood, a celebratory mentality while enduring pain and suffering, whether it's in a personal way or what we are witness because of the great pause. I am reminded of the Hebrews and their experience of Passover. This is found in the 12th chapter of Exodus. We all know it. Is there anybody across the world who doesn't know this story? It is the experience of the final plague brought upon the Egyptians by Moses as he demanded of Pharaoh to let the Israelites go. And in doing this, he was instructed to tell the people to kill a lamb. And when they killed the lamb, to paint the doorposts of their homes. I think they had two, one in the front and one in the back, with the blood of the lamb, because the angel of the Lord would pass over their homes and kill the firstborn, human or animal, in every other home in Egypt except their home, the Israelites. The Israelites did as Moses told them, and sure enough, at midnight, the angel swept across Egypt, killing all firstborn. After this experience, they were told to celebrate for 7 days as a festival, as a feast for all generations to come. And haven't they done that? And when children would ask them later on, why this celebration? They were told that they would tell them, God passed over them, and then killed the firstborn of every household except their own. And it reads, this day shall be a day of remembrance for you. You shall celebrate it as a festival to the Lord. Throughout your generations, you shall observe it as a perpetual ordinance. And we know they have done just that. More than 1,000 years of celebrating this experience. They have held true to letting it be a festival, a time of celebration, and doing it perpetually. We know that Pharaoh, after living through this experience, let the Israelites go, saying that if he didn't, all of Egypt would be dead. It also says not a household in the land had been spared. Don't we feel that way now sometimes? That not a household has been spared in the world as we have experienced this pause. I have thought about the many thousands of people who have passed over since the early part of last year. They have passed over. This includes the anniversary observance of George Floyd just recently, who passed over. It includes the many observances being held as I speak in families, hospitals, workplaces of all kinds of those who have passed over. And finally, how about those who were not known to anyone except those that found them? They too have been passed over by the living God and are being celebrated. Some will be celebrated perpetually for as long as possible. And who of us can say with certainty that it is better to be passed over to continue living in physical form and being passed over to the next form of life? Can you say which is better? I cannot. No one in our circle knew George Floyd, at least not that I have known. No one has said it. However, there is not one among us who does not know George Floyd. Yet, we celebrate a life with thanks to God for the many insights, changes, dialogues, awakenings, understandings that have emerged from this one physical life that passed over to the next. Now, the Old Testament is clear. The reason for the observance is as a festival, a feast to the Lord, because of being passed over. Symbolically or metaphysically, the Passover idea represents, as it's represented in the Old Testament, is really a spiritual passing over. Passing over in consciousness from one state to another. Ideally is passing from a spiritual ignorant state or human consciousness to a new consciousness in the Christ, in the Christ principle, in the Christ in you and me and everyone. And now this has happened all over the world, in corners we will never know, in this cosmic unfolding of the great pause. A passing over in consciousness. Some we know about, some we've discussed with others, some we've heard about, some that are still questioning. We can choose to see evidence of human consciousness that continues, if that's what we choose to do. However, we can also choose to see it as a wrestling in consciousness, as the Christ consciousness seeks to break through inner and outer. So we can see here how passing over is multidimensional as you think about it. Every time you hear or say, boy, am I glad I got through this one? Am I glad I got through that? Or, if it were not for God, I don't know if would I have passed the test. Could be a driving test. Could it be a test of any kind? A test of your feelings about someone or something. If it hadn't been for God, I don't know if I would have passed. Yes, yes, we can say, I have been passed over by the living God. And now I am to celebrate with thanks. Right now, celebrate with thanks. This is a challenging idea to think about and challenging question with the use of the words passed over. But what would life be like without a couple of ideas that are challenging and remembering words that are used daily in a new and exciting way? I know we are all up to the challenge. The Israelites were dramatically passed over and instructed to have a feast, a festival, in celebration perpetually. Perpetually. I would suspect that probably now they would like another kind of being passed over. George Floyd was passed over. And in the words of his 6-year-old daughter, my daddy changed the world. He will be celebrated in some form perpetually. His family, this daughter, her children. After all, there is now in Congress the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act of 2021. Perpetually. You can now decide whenever you are passed over by the living God, you can have a celebration of thanks as perpetually as you would want. As perpetually as you would want with whomever you would want. Celebrate being passed over in the here and now. Celebrate those who have passed over into a new life in the here and now. Blessings to all of you. We continue now with prayer requests, tithes, and offerings. In this receptive space, we think about the prayer request that is in our heart, in your heart, or it may perhaps even in the heart of someone else you know. And as you think about this request, think of it with thanksgiving and with the expectation that this request is already fulfilled. In some way, the desire within you as a prayer has the opportunity to be passed over, completed, done. And you can begin to feel that it's done. Done in consciousness, completed, whole, finished, and simply let it go. Feel a sense of celebration. That the presence of the living God has fulfilled the prayer. and there's no need to belabor it. Think on that thought for a moment. And anyone else you can bring into this circle now. Your prayer for them, or what you know they long for, what their heart's desire is for. And let the angel of light pass over it now. And it is done. And now breathe a sense of thanksgiving. And say yes in the name of the Christ. And now think of your gift, your giving. And as you give, so you receive. See the gift in your hand, in your mind's eye, and bless it as it flows forth from you, as Spirit has led you to give. Allow it to enter the flow that never ends, that is ongoing always. This giving and receiving, one experience. And how we give thanks for your giving, for your continuous support. Always knowing that as you give, so you're going to receive. It's replenished over and over and over again. There is no end to the giving and receiving flow. Be in that consciousness, and there will always be blessings. And now listen to these words that we share every Sunday. I will say them, and then you can repeat them with me after. Divine love flowing through me blesses and increases all that I give and all that I receive. Let's know it together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and increases all that I give and all that I receive. So be it.
Thank you, Reverend Carol, for the prayers. And now for your announcements. Please join us immediately after service for fellowship. On Zoom, the ID is 698-428-2725, or by phone 929-205-6099, and the passcode is 777-7777. Monday meditation for May occurs every Monday for the week. The phone number is 712-770-4169 with a passcode of 360392. The Tuesday study group meets 6 to 8 p.m. The book being studied is Spiritual Economics by Eric Butterworth. On Zoom, the ID is 698-428-2725, and the phone number is 929-205-6099 with the passcode 777-7777. On Fridays, Unity in Harlem has prayer circle. Please join us from 6 to 7 p.m. and please use the same number, that is the number for the Tuesday study group. Unity in Harlem also has a new feature called Gospelgram, and you can find it on Unity in Harlem's Facebook page. Next Sunday, June 6th, the talk's title will be The Face of Nonviolence. This ends the announcements for today and those of the rest of the week. Now, we have a musical selection sung by Marie. Thank you, Marie.
Stand to your feet. Here we go. Walking in the light, beautiful light, ain't it wonderful? How the light shines, ain't it wonderful? How the light shines. The Lord has been good to me, brought me from a mighty long way, gave me food and shelter. I'm thanking Him for His grace. I keep my hand in the Master's hand, never go astray. I'm trusting in the Lord. Ooh, I'm trusting in the Lord. Ain't it wonderful? Ooh, how the light shines. The Lord has blessed the family. Better see another day. He gave us food and shelter as we go on our way. I thank Him 'cause He clothed and kept me. Thank Him 'cause He kept me strong, and I get great joy just walking in the light. I'm joyful in the light. Joy in the light. Ain't it wonderful how the light shines? Jesus is the light. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful light. Ain't it wonderful how the light shines? Walking in the light, beautiful light. Ain't it wonderful how the light shines? Ain't it wonderful how the
light shine. Walking, walking in the light. Walking in the light. Beautiful light. Ain't it wonderful how the light shines? Ain't it wonderful how the light shines? Let's keep walking all week, y'all. Walking in the light. All right, it's on you, Carol.
Ah, we're walking in the light. Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. And now, prayer protection.
The
The
light,
light
of
of
God,
God
surrounds
surrounds
us.
us.
The
the
love
The
of
love
God
of God
enfolds
enfolds
us.
us.
The
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 power
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 of
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 God
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 protects
protects
us.
us.
The
The
presence of
presence of
God
God
watches
watches
over
watches
over
us.
over
us.
us.
Wherever we
Wherever we
are,
are,
God
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 is,
is,
and
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 all is
all
is
well.
is well.
Oh, I want to thank
Wonderful.
Tommy Thompson for this lovely message you sent. And Shawanda, too. Happiness Sunday.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So are we ready for the peace song?
Yes, why not?
Okay.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Yay.
Yay. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you to everyone. And everyone who participated in the service, Lee and Annette and Bob and Marie and all of you. And so please join us now on Zoom. It's there on the screen.
Yeah, it's 698
98 428
428 2725
2725 with the password
777
777
7777.
7777. See you in a
777.
few moments.
All right.
All right.